Good morning and welcome to the Sunrise Pilates class with me, Sophie. So this class is going to be gentle, but at times dynamic, and the focus is on waking up our body, waking up our mind, and preparing us for a great day. So come and join me here in a sitting position. Maybe cross-legged, maybe stretching the legs out if you prefer. And just take a moment to sit up nice and tall. Take a moment to connect to your body, connect to your breathing, and just take a moment to be still, to be in the moment. Breathing in through your nose and breathing out through your mouth. Just feeling a little bit of movement there in the thoracic body as we breathe. Take this moment to clear your head. Don't worry too much about what you have to do today. Take this 30 minutes to be with yourself. Okay. And then open your eyes, and when you're ready, you're going to take a breath in, a really big breath in, and reach the arms up overhead, hands to prayer position, and exhale, bring those hands down towards your chest, lengthen through your spine, breathing in to reach, filling up the lungs with air, and breathing out, maybe closing the eyes and centering yourself here. Let's do this a few more times. Breathing in to reach and breathing out. And one more time, breathing in and breathing out. Lovely. Okay, I want you to place your hands back behind you and bring your feet to the floor. We're going to do some nice, easy windscreen wipers, just dropping those knees from side to side, finding a nice, easy mobilization in the hips, a little bit of a stretch through the thighs, maybe into the lower back. Just loosening off those hip joints. Let's go for another 2. And then I want you to drop your knees to the one side and just relax over that front leg. Maybe bringing the forearms to the floor, or maybe you prefer just the hands on the floor. We're just going to take a moment here to soften into the hip and breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. Focus your mind on your breath, on your body. Connect to yourself. Okay, and come on up when you're ready. We're going to return to those windscreen wipers. So hands back, readjust those knees, and off you go. Just again, nice easy drops from side to side. Hopefully the hips, the back are starting to feel a little bit looser now. Let's do another 2. And I want you to make sure you've dropped your knees to the other side this time. And let's take it back into the mermaids, just softening into that hip, softening into the back and the shoulders, and finding our breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Noticing how your body feels this morning. Do you have any aches and pains? Do you have any muscle soreness? Do you have any joint stiffness? Let's see if we can work with that. Okay, and then come on up when you're ready. And we're going to take the legs out into our V stretch. Little bend in the knees if you need to, but if you can't, go ahead and stretch. All I want you to do is walk the hands out in front of you a little, and then walk the hands back in and just sit up really tall, open the chest, shoulders back. So nice and simple. So exhaling to walk forward and inhaling to return. Exhale. Inhale. So it's dynamic, it's a nice continuous movement, it's a dynamic stretch, but it's easy. We're just kind of walking to the edge of the stretch when you suddenly go, oh yes, there we go, I can feel that in the hamstrings, maybe in the back, maybe in those hips. Just waking up the body very, very slowly, very, very gently. One more time. Breathing out and breathing in. Great. Okay, you're going to place your hands onto your knees or onto your shins. One hand is going to slide right down the leg towards the foot, and I want you to ground down through your sit bones, open up your chest, and then we're going to wave over to the other side, just making these lovely, easy, flowing actions. Kind of letting the head go, breathing out, and breathing in, breathing out, and breathing in. Let's do one more to each side. Great, come all the way up. See if you can sit up tall, and again, reach those arms up into the air, hands to prayer position. Nice big breath in. And breathing out, bring those hands down to the chest. Feel like as the hands come down, the spine is lengthening. Those legs are lengthening. Inhale. And exhale, ground down through those sit bones. Feel like the crown of your head is floating up to the ceiling. This is a challenge to hold because we've got to work our hips, we've got to work our core, we've got to work our back to keep us nice and upright. Last one here. And relax. Good. Okay, we're going to take our legs out in front of us. We're going to roll down to the floor and onto our backs. When you're there, stretch your arms out overhead. Lengthen those legs, maybe let the lower back arch a little bit, maybe do a few little alternating reaches through those arms. Just have a moment to lengthen through the whole body, from the fingertips to the toes. And then maybe bringing one knee in at a time. Both knees are going to come in, and we're going to send the forehead to the knees. Nice tight ball, and then lengthen away, lengthen, 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 reach, 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 grow taller. Take a breath in, and breathing out, nose to the knees. And two more, lengthen, lengthen, breath in, and breathing out. Okay, one more time. Lengthen it out, hold it there for me. And let's make sure we're not overarching the lower back this time. So lengthen that tail away, drop the ribs in. The fingertips might lift off the mat ever so slightly. Find that lovely neutral spine for me. We're going to do some roll-ups. Take a breath in to prepare. Breathing out, lift those arms, lift the head, start to peel the spine off the floor. Maybe give yourself a little push if you get stuck. Scoop in the belly, a little bit of core work here. We're gonna drop the head forward, lift those fingertips up, stretch out the legs, stretch out the back. Take a few deep breaths here for me. And then when you're ready, we're gonna tuck that tailbone under, and I want you to make this lovely C curve through your spine as you roll back down to the floor, vertebra by vertebra, arms overhead, and lengthen, lengthen. Take a moment here. Feel your shoulder blades pressing into the floor. Take a breath in. And breathing out. Let's roll it up. Find those inner thighs, find that core. And forward stretch. Take a breath in. In fact, take a few breaths here. Enjoy your stretch. Hello body, hello legs, hello arms, hello back. And roll it down, slowly, slowly, nice and smooth, shoulders relaxed. Good, and one more time, take a breath in, lengthen, lengthen. And breathing out to come all the way up into your forward stretch. Great. Okay, and then place those hands back behind you, fingertips turned out to the side. All I want you to do is sit into your shoulders. Feel like you're compressing your shoulder joints and you're kind of slouching into the shoulders. Now push into the hands, slide the shoulder blades down in your back and lift out of the shoulders. Super simple, kind of small and subtle, but effective. We're feeling a little bit of a mobilization with those shoulder blades. Breathing in to drop and breathing out, lift out of the shoulders. Just one more. Breathing in to drop and breathing out, lift out of the shoulders. Hold it there. We're gonna step the feet in, feet hip width apart, knees tracking in line with the hips, in line with the toes. We're gonna push into every single toe, push into the heel, push into the hands and lift those hips, lift that gaze up to the ceiling, open up the chest and slowly bring it down. Keep lifting out of the shoulders, even here. We don't wanna sit. Take a breath in. And breathing out, push those hips up. Feel the toes on the floor. Lift out of the hips. Inhale. And exhale, slowly down. Oh, love a good front plank. One more time. Inhale. And exhale, hips up, 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 up. You can do this. See if you can go a little bit further. Inhale, hold. Exhale slowly down. Lovely. Okay, from here, I want you to lift your toes off the floor and take hold of the backs of your thighs. Elbows wide and lifted out to the sides. Shoulder blades anchored down. We're going to send the forehead towards the knees. Scoop in the belly. Let's roll. Inhale. Exhale, find your balance. Inhale. Exhale, balance. Just two more. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. Exhale, hold it there for me. Just for a few seconds in your balance, test your core. And then feet down. Lovely. Okay, from here, asymmetric forward stretch. So stretch the one leg out in front of you and then bend the other knee, bring the sole of your foot into your inner thigh. Now it's really tempting to kind of hitch this hip back. So I want you to square off the hips and square off the shoulders to this front leg. Flex that foot and we're going to relax forward towards the leg. For now, I want you to lift your chest and lift your gaze so you're just looking beyond your toes. Hold it there. Breathe. Okay. And then if you want to, when you're ready, you're going to drop the chin to the chest, relax the head down towards the knee. Let this knee feel really heavy. Let the hip open, let the lower back lengthen. This shoulder, this inside shoulder is going to want to draw back, so keep kind of pushing forwards gently through the shoulder, keep squaring them off. You're going to get even more of a stretch on your hamstrings. Great, okay, take your time. Coming on up, and we're going to swap legs. So square those hips, square those shoulders, flex that foot, take it forward. We're just lifting through the chest, lengthening through the spine for now. Breathe. Connect to your body, listen to your body. These morning classes, I think, are a really good way of getting to know your body, because all our weaknesses we feel first thing in the morning, don't we? When we wake up, that's when we're most likely to go, yeah, my knee's aching a little bit today, or my shoulder's a little bit stiff, and that can tell us a lot. Maybe your setup isn't right at bedtime. Maybe you need to change the way you're sleeping. Maybe you did too much high impact exercise the day before and you didn't cool down, you didn't stretch out. Maybe you have a little bit of arthritis, and this is when we're going to feel it first thing in the morning. We've been very stationary for maybe the last 6, 7, 8, 9 hours lying in bed. So this time in the morning is really helpful when we're trying to learn about our bodies and recognize what our bodies need. So taking this half an hour to be with yourself, to check in with your body, is really beneficial, I think. Okay, let's drop the head, relax forward. We won't stay here too long, we've already been here a long time. Nice, okay, come on up. Brilliant, we're gonna come back down into a lying position on our backs, and we're gonna go into a glute stretch. So I want you to lift one leg and cross the ankle over the knee. Really turn this knee out for me, so we're getting that external rotation at the hip. Then this foot that's on the floor is now gonna lift. So the knees, the legs come in towards the body. Reach the arms, one between the legs, one round the outside of the thigh. Gentle pull in, relax the head back down. Find that juicy stretch in the hips and in the glutes. On an exhale, we're gonna stretch the underneath leg, flex the foot, show the sole of your foot to the ceiling. And inhale, point your toes and bend the knee, let the foot drop. Breathing out to stretch. And breathing in to bend. And maybe with every leg stretch, you want to feel like you're drawing the other leg in a little bit closer to your body each time. Even if it's a millimeter closer, it's going to make a big difference. Last one here. Good, and foot down. We're gonna go straight to the other leg. So cross that ankle over your knee, pick up the leg, gentle pull in, relax the head down, relax the shoulders and the chest. I know if you're tight in your hips, it's so tempting, isn't it, to scrunch up the chest, scrunch up the shoulders, try and soften. Here we go, exhaling to stretch the underneath leg, flexing the foot, show the sole of your foot to the ceiling. Get that stretch on the Achilles, on the calf muscles, on the plantar fascia, all at the same time. Breathing in, we're gonna bend the knee, point the toes, feeling that range of movement from the knee as well. Exhaling to stretch, inhaling to bend. And when we do this continuous dynamic movement at our joints, we are releasing synovial fluid into the joints, which is going to lubricate our joints, and it's going to ease discomfort of movement. It's going to help with any friction there in the joints, especially if you are a bit arthritic in the joints. And sometimes, you know, it might feel when you're sore, when you're feeling your arthritis, I don't want to move, but when you get moving very gently, very mindfully, it will help. Okay, after that one, place that foot down onto the floor. We're going to take this leg down to the mat and stretch the other leg up into the air. If you need a slight bend in the knee, absolutely fine, but we're aiming for a straight leg. Arms down on the floor by your sides, single leg circle. Now, as you take that leg across to the opposite side, let the hip also lift off the mat, but ground down through the arms and through the upper body. Circle that leg down to the floor. We're gonna let the leg swing right out to the other side and let that hip go with it a little bit. So we're getting a great range of movement going at the hip, but we're also feeling this little rotational twisting motion coming from our lumbar spine. I always get a few clicks and clunks out of my lower back on this one, so you might feel that too, and that's absolutely normal. We're releasing air in the joints and we're getting things moving that have been stiff, that have been still all night. Okay, when you've done about 3 or 4 of those circles, I think I've done 3, let's change the direction. Sometimes when we do these, it's better to do fewer of them, but just really take your time with it and focus on that range of movement, focus on being really precise with your movements and enjoy every millisecond of the movement. Oh, I need this morning. One more time for me. 3rd one if you can. Are we breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth? Okay, so back to the hips, down on the floor. We're going to bring that knee into the chest and just squeeze the knee in. I've travelled right off my mat. Squeeze that knee in, relax the chest, relax the shoulders, relax that hip. Good, okay, let's switch legs. So hamstring stretch, have a moment here. And when you're ready, arms down by your sides, open up the chest, open the shoulders, off you go. So I'm taking my leg across, this hip is peeling off the floor. My obliques here are slightly engaged to control the movement so I don't just wobble off to the side. We want to feel freedom of movement, but we still want to be in control. Exhaling and inhaling. Exhaling and inhaling. Lovely. When you've done your 3, change direction for me. Okay, when you've done your 3 on that leg, bring that knee in, little squeeze in towards the chest, soften the hip, relax, take a moment here to settle. Great, and then let's bring the feet to the floor. You're just going to roll all the way over and onto your tummy. Push up onto all 4s and come and join me here. So hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. We're going to go straight into our circles with the crown of the head and with the tail. So off you go when you're ready. We're working through spine extension here, lateral flexion of the spine here, and forward flexion of the spine here. So working through that full range of movement we have in our spine. Nice big circles with the tailbone, with the crown of the head. Nice and smooth, nice and flowing. Breathe. Great, and then changing direction. Lovely, and finishing off that one your arm, we're going to tuck the toes under, we're going to downward dog, send the hips up and the heels down. Come and join me here. Okay, now let's do a little bit of a walk through our feet. Feel that lovely stretch on the Achilles, the calf muscles, work through the plantar fascia or the sole of your foot. Get all those little joints in your feet moving. Okay, now from here, I want you to lift one leg, take it to your arabesque. The leg doesn't need to go high. Hold it there. Great, okay. Pop that foot down. Bring the knees down. Come on into child's pose. Stretch those arms out overhead, sink into the hips, soften into the knees. Lovely. When you're ready, we're going to come back to all fours. We're going to tuck the toes under, back to downward dog, off you go. And then walking through the feet. Take your time. Again, listen to your body. Okay, arabesque on the other leg for me. Take that leg up and hold. Okay, foot down, knees down, and child's pose. Take a little break here. Okay, when you're ready, come right up onto your knees. Take your hands back behind you, either knuckles or fingers on the floor, and just see if you can lift your chest, lift your gaze up to the ceiling, little back extension here. Maybe lift the hips off the heels, push up and forward through those hip bones. Take a moment here, stretch out the front line of your body. And hips down, look straight out in front of you. See if you can either interlock your fingers or your hands together behind your back, and chest stretch, reach those hands away. Okay, release. We're going to take those arms right out to the side, all the way up overhead. Deep breath in, hands to prayer position, just like we did at the beginning of the class. Big breath out. We're going to bring the hands down to the chest, maybe closing the eyes. Have a moment here to center yourself. And again, breathing in to reach. And breathing out, hands to the chest. it there. If you don't like being on your knees, feel free to come to a seated position. Just take a moment to be still. Listen to your breath. Clear your mind and enjoy this last moment of calm before you start your day. Okay, and relax. Well done. Thank you so much for joining me for this half an hour Sunrise Pilates. I really hope it set you up for a good day. I hope your body's feeling good. I hope you have calmed your mind as well as your body. Have a great day. I will see you soon. Take care.